Howdy folks, and welcome to another episode of Wandering Throttle. Now I've got something a little bit special for you today. So me, Frosty and Mr. Bob are going on a little bit of an adventure across to the Lake District. We're actually going to be visiting the Bluebird Festival at Coniston. Now for those who don't know, the Bluebird Festival celebrates the Bluebird K7. Now the K7 wasn't just a boat, it was a jet-powered hydroplane. Built to do one thing, to go faster on water than anyone had ever gone before. It was designed by Donald Campbell and used a turbojet engine, the same kind that you would find in early fighter jets. Now it didn't skim the water like a normal boat, it flew just above it on a pocket of air. Now, the man behind the machine, Mr. Donald Campbell, was obsessed with pushing the limits. He broke 7 world speed records on water in the K7 between 1955 and 1964. Hitting speeds of over 276 miles per hour on Coniston water. Now he wasn't reckless, he was methodical, disciplined and absolutely determined. The Bluebird Festival exists because of that spirit. Now, on the 4th of January 1967, Campbell attempted to break his own record and push past the 300 mile per hour mark. He made a north-south run at incredible speed, but on the return, the K7 became unstable, it lifted and somersaulted across the water. Unfortunately, Mr. Campbell lost his life. For decades, the K7 rested at the bottom of Coniston water until it was recovered in 2001. The Bluebird Festival isn't just about the machine, it's about the engineering bravery, the British innovation and the community that keeps this history alive. So that brings us on to today's adventure. So me and Frosty are going to meet here. We're going to head into Durham and meet Mr. Bob. We're then going to cut across to Stanhope and then up the Weardale Valley, heading straight towards Alston. Now for any bikers around the northeast, you'll know exactly what's coming next. Hartside Pass. Now for anybody who's been watching the channel for about a year, me and Frosty did Hartside Pass last year and got some fantastic photographs. Hopefully we'll get the same this year. After Hartside Pass, we'll end up in Penrith. Now from there, we've got 2 options. We can either go directly south, round Ullswater, and then up the Kirkstone Pass, or we can head west slightly and around Grasmere towards Ambleside. Either way, we end up in Ambleside. From Ambleside, we then cut across to Coniston. Now, from what I've seen already online, it looks like there might be some issues with parking, but we'll see what happens when we get there. So once we've taken in everything at the Bluebird Festival, we'll head out of the Lake District heading east. What we're going to do is we'll head towards the west side of Windermere. We're going to then get the ferry across Windermere and then head towards Kendal. We might grab a bite to eat in Kendal before heading back towards the northeast through Kirby Stephen and Barnard Castle before getting back home towards Durham. All being well, the next shot should be us on the bikes.
Right then folks, so a little bit of a change of plan. So me and Frosty met up with Mr. Bob, and it turns out Mrs. Bob's coming as well. So we're having a nice little ride, 3 bikes, 4 people, and we're going to head over to Coniston now. So we're going to start by heading down towards Lanchester, then over the tops to Stanhope, and then from there we'll be heading up the Weardale Valley to Alston and then on to the Hartside Pass.
we successfully made it to the top of Hartside Pass. Now, when we got up there, it was absolutely freezing, so we decided to snap some pics and then head down the other side.
All good. I like how there's a warning for that sharp bend, but there's not a warning for the hairpin at the top. At least I didn't see one. Might just be me, who knows? Might be me just being unobservant, which Mrs. Throttle would confirm that I am unobservant a lot of the time. Got the hairpin there, lovely stuff. That one that you can see around because of the wall in the middle. Welcome back, folks. So me, Frosty, Mr. and Mrs. Bob have now entered the Lake District. We were going to head up the Coniston Pass, but just because of some of the conditions, we're going to actually head round by Grasmere. But as you can see, we're just in the shadow here of Blencathra, or Saddleback. And if you look very carefully, I don't know if the video will pick it up, that swooping edge on the right-hand side of the mountain there, that's a sharp edge. It's a very, it's not a hike I've ever done. I would love to do it, but it's the highest drop off of each side. So it's that much of a ridge walk. It's quite intense. I've done a similar one on Helvellyn, which is I can't remember the name of the ridge now. But I've done that one, and that one was hefty enough. So that would certainly be an interesting hike, that one. Okay, folks, I think I'll bring you back when we get a little bit closer to Grasmere. One of the strangest dual carriageways I think I've ever seen. Now there you go, I think that is Grasmere Lake.
Howdy Wanderers. Just while we're on this road, I thought I'd tell you a little bit more about it. So we're currently riding the A591. Now the A591 goes from Keswick in the north all the way down to Kendal in the south. It pretty much splits the Lake District in half. Now the road itself goes through some beautiful little villages like Thirlmere, Withburn, Rydale, and also cuts through some spectacular mountain ranges, going past Walla Crag, Helvellyn, Helm Crag. But one of the key bits that I would recommend visiting if you've got time is Rydale Cave. I'll stick a picture on so you can have a look. It's just outside of Iredale, pretty much between Grasmere and Docky Tarn. It's just south of Docky Tarn. If you're not into that sort of thing, you've also got the old former home of the English poet William Wordsworth as well, not far from there. So if you are planning a nice little day out, I would recommend visiting those places.
Oh, look at that, man. Look at that. That's stunning. Can I beat it? Ambleside is a stunning place. I would definitely recommend popping in. It was made famous by a painting, I believe. It was called the Cobbler's Shop, which was you've probably seen it. It's a little house on a bridge. You might see it as we come across, actually, depending on which way the sat-nav takes us through Ambleside. We might end up seeing it. There it is, Cobbler's Shop. That little house there, just on the bridge, just that goes over the river.
So after fighting with traffic in Ambleside and then loose sheep just coming into Coniston, we did struggle to get parked. However, Mrs. Bob managed to secure us some parking at the Bankground Farm. Now the Bankground Farm is on the east side of Coniston Lake. It has a beautiful little calf, which was stunning. The food and drink there was great, and we sat alongside of the lake and watched Bluebird. Now unfortunately Bluebird didn't get up to top speed, however we did manage to see it running, so we were over the moon with that. After seeing Bluebird, we decided to head home, not before grabbing another hot drink at the calf before setting off, mind. Now we had a couple of options here. We could have gone south, down the side of Coniston and then around the bottom of Windermere, a similar route to what Frosty and I took last year, but in reverse. But we decided to try something a little bit different. We headed directly east towards Windermere. Yeah. So the ferry itself runs from Farsorry, which is where we got on, to Bowness on Windermere. It costs about £3.50 for motorcycles, and it cuts what would be a 50-minute journey down to about 10 minutes. However, when we got there, they were just on their brakes, so we had to wait about 20 minutes before the ferry set off again, and then another 10 minutes for it to get to Farsorry, and then 10 minutes across to Windermere. So all in all, it was about 40 minutes, but it was a good opportunity to reflect on what we've done so far today and what we're moving forward as well. Now, as I'm sure you can tell from the photographs, we had an awful lot of fun on this ride. Altogether, it was about 217 miles from start to finish. We were riding for about 7.5 hours all in all. However, out of the house, we were out of the house from 8:30 in the morning till about 10:30 at night. So altogether, we were out for about 14 hours. Right, that's me signing off. I'm going to go for a brew. I'll see you in a few.